Namaste, and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. I'm Yamajit, and welcome to our Friday night Puja and Satsang. Tonight, we're going to be beginning a brand new series that we're going to initiate tonight, and then next month in February, we'll be doing twice a month, and that is exploring a different aspect of the Divine Mother Kali. So to begin our series, we're going to start with a collection of 15 goddesses known as the Kali Nityas. And if you look on my channel, this is the printout of it, but you will find a PowerPoint video to accompany tonight's puja. And so I'm going to begin by going through some of the information in that PowerPoint before we do our actual devotional rite. I'd like to start out with a few announcements. Today will be part 2 of our gentle yoga and meditation series on the chakras. We'll be doing the second chakra, a Yoga Nidra session, Yoga Nidra meditation, deep guided meditation. And then the next Tuesday will be the third chakra, yoga and meditation, and then the final Friday. And I'm actually going to be sharing a mantra with you for that puja that I can pretty much guarantee you have never heard or experienced before. So again, namaste, welcome. So glad that you could join me this evening. So to begin our practice tonight, I invite you to find a comfortable seated position. This can be on the floor, maybe with a cushion under your hips, or it can even be a chair. Just find that nice position where you can sit comfortably with straight back for meditation. And I invite you now to close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Breaths completely inflating and deflating the lungs. Getting air down to those lower areas of the lungs that sometimes don't have a free flow of air because of the position that we might be sitting in. And just focusing on the sensation of breathing this slow and this full and this deeply. You can use the exhalations to push out the tensions and distractions and anxieties of the day. And as you breathe in an energy of harmony and healing and balance. And acknowledge that you're taking this time for yourself to connect with that divine essence that exists within and without. I invite you to focus your breath and your attention to your heart center, really the central chakra. And as you breathe and focus, I invite you to silently and in your own way connect to whatever aspect of the divine that you're closest to, that deity who truly speaks to you. I invite you to visualize that deity, knowing that that form of the divine is really with you always. And meditations and pujas such as this are here really to remind you of that fact, so that you can call upon that divine energy whenever you have need. To make a sankalpa, an intention for tonight's practice. Just thinking of something in your life that is ready to heal or to transform or to balance. You could also make a similar intention for somebody close to you. And if nothing else, for positive transformations in our country, especially in this week ahead. And I invite you now to bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. And we'll open our practice tonight by chanting Om 3 times. Inhale. Om. So we begin to help our focus on the deity that we're honoring in this puja. So the Kali Nityas are a collection of 15 goddesses who are different aspects of Ma Kali. And if you look at a couple of pages in the PowerPoint, you'll see this illustration that gives their names and their images and even their yantras, their spiritual diagrams. They're associated with the 15 nights of the waning lunar cycle. In another goddess-centered tradition, that of the goddess Lalita, there's also a collection of goddesses called the Lalita Nityas, who are associated with that same lunar cycle. So if you take a look at the Kali yantra on the high altar, just as the 8 lotus petals surrounding the center represent the Ashtamatrika, the 8 little mother goddesses, so the corners of the 5 layered triangles in the center of the yantra represent the Kali Nityas. So each Kali Nitya has a distinct name, a distinct meditational visualization description, mantra, and yantra. So the 15 goddesses are Kali, who we'll be honoring tonight, Kapalini, Kula, Kurakula, Virodni, Viprachita, Ugra, Ugraba, Deepa, Nila, Gana, Balika, Matra, Mudra, and Mita. So the descriptions of these goddesses can be found in a scripture called the Shakti Samgana Tantra. And so the first of the goddesses who we'll honor tonight is the goddess Kali. And the devotional image we're going to use is actually the second Kali Murti I ever acquired. And some of you have heard a story of how I was called to this path, that I looked upon a Kali image in a metaphysical store during a gathering, and I could just not take my eyes off of her, and there was just no going back at this point. Well, this is the very image. This is the very statuette. So though her name is Kali, she's actually an aspect of a greater supreme goddess, Mahakali, the great Kali. Really all of the divine feminine rolled into one. And her meditational description, which I'll read again before we do the mantras: dark-hued, very terrifying, horribly screaming, formidable, with a garland of skulls, full swelling breasts, holding a cleaver in her right hand, and making the threatening gesture in her left, in a cremation ground. The cremation ground being the place of the ultimate transformation. Her yantra is very similar to the traditional Kali yantra, only there's a single triangle, and the character in the center, it represents the mantra Krim, which is the Bij mantra or seed mantra for this form of Kali, and really all forms of Kali, I should say. But the mantra for Nitya Kali that we'll be chanting tonight is Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam De Svaha. Again, Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam De Svaha. So, rather a long mantra. I don't necessarily expect everybody to be chanting along with it, although if you feel like you're picking it up, you're certainly welcome to. More importantly, when we come to that stage in our puja, I invite you to just close your eyes and imagine that description of this form of the Divine Mother in your mind's eye. And as the mantra is chanted, then just simply allowing the mantra to carry your awareness to where it needs to be this evening. There's not a lot written about the Kali Nityas. This little book, Kali, Goddess of Creation and Destruction, actually has a chapter on them. You can find this on Amazon, used copies for about $16. if you choose to explore that further. There is also a wonderful website called shivashakti.com that also has an article about the Kali Nityas. So we're about to begin our puja. I want to welcome some people before we do. Deborah and Raphael and Susan, namaste, and so glad that you could make it this evening. And I also invite anybody else to say hello using the chat function on the screen. In the meantime, again, find that comfortable seated position. Just take a moment, resume the deep breathing. And we open our practice with this very powerful mantra, Victory to the Divine Mother. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Pavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yashmare Pandarikaksham Sabya Vyanta Sushi Om Bakratunda Makaya Suryakoti Samaprama Nirvignam Kurumudeva Sabakaryam Siddhe Jaganesha. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshvara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Jai Guru. Om Triambakam Yajamae Sagandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityo Mukshya Mamritat. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Jayanti Mangalakali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Shama Shiva Datri Svasvada Namostute Jayatvam Devi Chamunde Jayabhutita Harani Jai Sarvagati Devi Kalaratri Namostute. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dei Sva Jema Kali. Om Om Om. 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 Jai Makali. So I invite you now to close your eyes and breathe deeply. And as you breathe and meditate, allow the image of Nityakali to appear in your mind's eye. Dark-hued, very terrifying, horribly screaming, formidable with a garland of skulls, full swelling breasts, holding a cleaver in her right hand and making the threatening gesture in her left, dwelling in the cremation ground. So hold that visualization. As we chant her mantra, and let the words and sounds of the mantra guide your awareness to where it needs to be. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Kali Kali Mahakali Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kaumari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Om Hrim Kali Kali Mahakali Kamari Mayam Dehi Svaha. Jai Ma Kali. Jai Ma Kali. Jai Ma Kali. Jai Ma. I invite you now to meditate quietly for a while. Just feeling the energy and the effects of the mantra
yeah, those websites are reliable because they come right.
And just feel that divine presence within you and surrounding your being. Om, the essence of universal reality, the all-pervading consciousness. Hrim, the power of the Divine Mother. Kali, darkness. Kali, time. Mahakali, the great goddess Kali. Kamari, divine warrior. Mayam Dei, the highly honored embodiment that reminds us of the divine presence within us all. And Spa, to whom we bow. Jima, Jima, Jima. I invite you to take a deep and clearing breath, letting go of the meditation and beginning to become aware of your surroundings again. The sound of my voice, the sound of the bell. And any other sounds in your surroundings. Feel the sensation of your body where it is sitting. Feel the temperature of the air on your skin, clothes that cover you. And I invite you now to slowly move your fingers and toes, your arms and hands, arms and legs. Maybe stretching a little bit. Rubbing the palms of your hands together, generating warmth. And placing your hands over your eyes and letting a little light through the fingers as you open your eyes, massaging your head, face, and neck. And bringing the palms of your hands back together at your heart center. Thanking the Divine Mother Kali for her blessings, knowing that she's with you always. Thanking any personal deities who accompanied you on this journey tonight. Giving gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice, and acknowledging that the energies of this puja are a wonderful step toward the resolution of anything in your life in need of balance or healing. And namaste. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Ganesha, Jai Guru, Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Ma Kali, Jai Ma Devi, Jai Ma Kali Nitya, Jai Mata Di, Jai Mata Di, Jai Mata Di. Namaste and Jai Ma. And again, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Looks like Thomas has joined us as well. Namaste. Thank you so very much. If you have questions or comments, feel free to send an email to my YouTube channel. And I look forward to you joining me on Tuesday for our gentle yoga and meditation for the second chakra. Blessings always, everyone. Have a wonderful night and a wonderful long weekend ahead. Jai Ma.